click on the subscribe button and remember to press the bell icon for regular notifications from our digital blogger. Hello friends, welcome to our digital blogger. Today we are going to review SMC Global Online. It's a mainstream full service stockbroker. In this review, we will be talking about this company's background, pricing, trading platforms, trading products, exposure, customer service, research and few other factors that can help you to figure out whether SMC Global is a good choice for you or not. Let's get started. So starting with the company background, SMC Global Online is a full service stockbroker. That basically means it will provide you trading calls, research reports, recommendations at technical and fundamental level. And in lieu of that, the brokerage can be slightly high. It was launched in the year 1994, so it's been more than 2 decades that this particular company has been around. And by now, we're recording this video in May 2017, so till now they have been able to get presence in more than 2400 locations of the country. So there is a high possibility that you might find their office around your area, especially if you're living in a first, second or a third tier city. In terms of trading products, they have a wide range in terms of both trading and investment segments, but their trading platforms is one gray area that they can certainly improve upon. Now, first of all, we will talk about their trading products. With SMC Global Online, you can trade or invest across equity, derivatives, mutual funds, IPOs, commodity, currency, bonds. So it basically gives you an idea of the kind of variations they have and the kind of options they have for you. And you don't need to open a different account with any other financial house to complete your financial needs. These kind of products and this range of products will help you in that manner. If we talk about trading platforms, which we thought is a gray area, now we will talk about these trading applications one by one. They've got a browser-based software, they've got a terminal software, they also have a mobile app. And one peculiar thing about SMC Global is that they have different apps for equity and currency, and then there is another for commodity trading. Now let's check out these apps and see how well they perform and whether they are good enough for you or not. So in the area of mobile applications, SMC MobiTrade is the one that allows you to trade an equity segment. Now it is rated at 3.6 by around 333 users, and out of that around 27-28% of the users have rated this app negatively. So in a sense, overall satisfaction score stays at around 72%, which is bad than the industry average. In terms of the focus of SMC, the last update this app has seen was on November 6, 2016. So it's been good 7 months that this app has seen an update, and the install range is also very less at 10 to 50,000. We talked to few clients of SMC Global and we asked them the concerns around the mobile app specifically. So there are concerns with the user experience. The UI, the design is not so great. The back button does not really work at times, so that is one strange issue with a particular mobile app, especially a trading app. And the data is also delayed. It happens intermittently, so it's not a regular issue, but you might find the data that you're looking at the screen for your trading to be inconsistent with the actual data of the stock market. So in a sense, this app can be a little dicey to use because the rating is not so great. At the same time, when we talk to some of the clients and these concerns were coming out, these don't really pose a good picture. And the biggest problem of that all is that the update was done 7 months ago. Generally, good stockbrokers update the mobile app within few weeks, but 7 months is more than half a year. So that's a big concern in case of SMC. There are other apps as well. There is SMC MobiTrade, which is used for commodity trading. It is slightly better, rated at 4.1 by around 141 users. And here around 13 to 14% of them have rated this app negatively. Concern in this particular app again is the last update was on 15th of November 2016. This app has seen an install range of 10 to 50,000 again. And then finally there is SMC Easy Go. This is basically an application where you can get the information on the stock market about specific scripts. You can keep a hold of the current situation of the market within this particular mobile application. And again, it's poorly designed. The user experience is not so great, and this app is even primitive than the one we have been talking about. 29th August 2016 was the last update this app has seen. Concerns, well, there can be concerns, and obviously there are feedbacks from clients, but when these feedbacks are not incorporated within the mobile app or any particular trading application, that basically gives you a signal as a client that what kind of focus they have on technology and what kind of focus they're giving back to their clients in terms of user experience. Now, that is one gray area. What we can think from here is that they like designing and launching new apps, but what they are missing out is that they have to update their mobile app after let's say span of a few weeks, which is clearly not happening. They've got 3 mobile apps running for them, and none of them has seen an update in the last 6 to 7 months. So for us, as of now, we are not going to recommend you any of these mobile apps unless of course SMC pulls up its plug and starts updating and improves the user experience, especially the concerns like the back button, the incorrect data. User experience can be improved by time. It definitely takes time to get the user feedback, but these are some quick issues and obviously has a lot of emphasis when it comes to real-time trading, especially for intraday traders. So mobile app, any of them is not recommended for your regular trading. Let's now check out the other trading platforms across web or terminal based softwares. Hopefully they are doing better. So we are at digitalblogger.com for reference here. SMC Global Online has an array of trading platforms across other devices as well. So they've got a terminal-based software called SMC Privilege, which needs to be downloaded and installed onto your desktop or laptop. Once you do that, you will get a UI something like this. It kind of provides you multiple sort of features. There are real-time streaming costs. The data issue is not here. The data is absolutely not delayed. It's real time in sense. Intraday trading with the help of charting functionality and technical indicators is a good thing. It's a good signal, and definitely there are hotkeys kind of thing. There is a provision of fund transfer within the application. They got integration with more than 10 banks as of now, and which is quite an average number, can be improved, but more or less they have integration with most of the prominent banks of the country. So that kind of solves the problem to an extent. So it is certainly a recommended trading application. Similarly, there is Easy Trader. This is a web-based application, responsive in nature. You just need to go to the SMC Global Online website, click on login, and you will reach this particular page. Once you come here, you need to provide your login username and password, and you can just click here, login button, and you can start trading. You can use it across any device, any browser. So it's pretty lightweight in nature as well, and gives you all kinds of functionalities with which you can expect from a web-based browser application. So it is in line with some of the best performing applications in the country and is certainly recommended software. Then there is MobiTrade, which we already talked about, and then they have a tab-based application called SMC Tab Trade. Now this is specifically for people who are looking to use their iPads or Android tabs for their trading. Obviously the scale, the volume, the number in this particular case is going to be much smaller, but they have designed it reasonably well, but it doesn't really come close to the terminal-based software or the web-based browser application we have talked about in the kind of performance or charting applications or other features you might expect from a trading platform. So again, they've got a habit of developing and launching different kind of trading products across devices, be it mobile applications or desktop based solutions, but within the whole array or the whole chunk of trading applications, around a couple of them are the only ones that can be recommended. So in case you are happy with that, you are okay with using a terminal based software or a web based browser application, yes, they have a couple of options for you. Other than that, other apps, other trading applications need to have an overhaul or a lot of optimization in multiple aspects here and there. Moving ahead, if we talk about pricing now, well, to open an account with SMC Global, you need to pay 500 rupees, and similarly to maintain your account with them every year, you need to pay 300 rupees. Similarly, if you talk about brokerage for delivery at 0.3%, that implies whether you trade for, let's say, 1 lakh rupees, your brokerage at the end of the day will be around 300, irrespective of the fact whether you make money or not. You need to shell out 300 rupees as brokerage charges. To check out the brokerage of other segments, let's head back to ourdigitalblogger.com. So we're back here at our digital blogger. Delivery is at 0.3%, intraday 0.03, for options at equity 70 rupees, currency options 20 rupees. So brokerage is actually alright, it's not so high when you talk about full service stock brokers. And one hidden fact is that if you are okay to pay out 50,000 rupees as an initial deposit, then you can actually negotiate to get the brokerage as low as 0.1% here and intraday 0.01%. But at the same time, it really depends on your negotiation skills. It's not a standard rule, but you can negotiate from your own skills, and basically you can get your brokerage down, assuming you are starting with 50,000 rupees or more. So that's the kind of brokerage you need to pay with SMC Global. Then there are transaction charges. A lot of people don't really care about these kinds of charges. Their main emphasis is towards account opening, maintenance fees and brokerage. They are done, but they seem to forget that transaction charges is also part of the overall bill that they're going to shell out of their pocket. So in case of SMC Global Online, actually they are charging much higher transaction charges than any stockbroker in India. Probably in the top 3 we can say they are lying themselves. So equity intraday or delivery, generally a standard benchmark is 0.00325%. They are charging more than that. Here the benchmark is 0.22. We have seen stockbrokers charging 0.02% as well. So definitely a big chunk here as well. And it's really a ridiculous kind of a payment, because most of the stockbrokers, even the premium ones we're talking about, Sher Khan, ICICI Direct, the number here is 0.052-053%. But in the case of SMC Global Online, they are charging you 0.065%, which is more than 20-25% increase of transaction charges within the options segment. Similarly, in every segment whatsoever, there is no point that they will charge you less. In fact, they are charging you much higher values than any stockbroker in India right now. So be sure that you talk to them and definitely talk about transaction charges and negotiate it down as well in case you are interested to open an account with them. Otherwise, obviously you can let it go, because transaction charges are ridiculously high. Moving at, if you talk about exposure or leverage or margin, well, you will be actually very disappointed, because equity intraday you will get 10 times, but in any other segment it's more or less nothing. So for example, in case you have trading account balance of 10,000 rupees, for intraday trades you can trade up to 1 lakh. It's kind of a short-term loan provided at a specific interest rate by any stockbroker. In case of SMC Global Online, however, the exposure values are not so great. So in case it is one of your preferences, you can look for other stockbrokers. There are a lot many who provide you much better exposure values, but in case it's not, in case you're okay with low exposure, then yeah, you can move ahead with the other values it's providing to you. Now we are talking about the final thing here: positives or negatives of opening an account with SMC Global Online. We'll start with the positives first. So they've got wide offline presence. So we talked about it initially, that they have presence in more than 2,400 locations with their sub-broker and franchise offices. Is definitely giving them a decent edge. And they've got a wide array of trading products. So be it an investment segment or a trading segment, they've got covered most of them, and you don't need to go to any other financial house for your requirements. The pricing is actually very reasonable when it comes to 0.3% at delivery and 0.03% for intraday trades. You actually are not giving away a lot, and especially when these brokerage charges can be even negotiated down further while we talk to them. In terms of negatives, the trading platforms are okayish in nature. There is no question on the quantity of trading platforms, but when it comes to quality of them, definitely they cannot do the justice we as clients expect from them. Transaction charges, like we discussed, are huge. They are not marginally high, they are huge. So definitely there is a big concern. That is the one gray area that can be talked about. And the customer service is one factor that they can certainly improve on. The kind of turnaround time they take, which is in days, it should be in few hours. There must be an SLA. I'm sure they are following it, but when it comes to the execution with the real clients, it doesn't really seem to happen. In terms of exposure, again, very low values. You will be disappointed if you are having high exposure expectations and you are a client of SMC Global Online, because they will not be able to provide you that kind of numbers you might be expecting. So these are the different areas we have talked about. It really depends on your preferences, your requirements, and based on that you can narrow down the list of your expectations, and finally you can make a choice. However, if you want to have a word with the SMC Global Online executive, what you can do is check out this link, digitalbroker.com/SMC online demat, open demat account, put in your details there, and we will be setting up your call back with the stockbroker. However, if you want to have a word with a specific stockbroker that matches your requirements, you can check out the other link, digitalbroker.com/free call back broker choice. Put in your details there, and we will be setting up a call back for you absolutely free. So that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching it. We hope you liked it. In case you did, please go ahead and press the thumbs up button. We'll really appreciate that. You can also subscribe to our channel, Digital Blogger, for similar videos in the future. Thank you so much for watching the video again. Bye bye.